Gender roles do not determine sex in these films. This is the first scene where the girls, Daphne and Josephine, are shown. You can observe them trying to walk in heels while carrying their luggage, which appears to be a struggle for them. This scene gives them a glimpse into their first attempt at gender normative expression by how they dress, sound, and act. Obviously, they are dressed in normal woman clothes, long coats, scarves, and heels, which gives them the proper woman look. Next is their voices, and instead of their normal voices, they try and make themselves sound higher pitched and squeaky. Finally is the way they act. Even with proper clothes and voice, it would mean nothing without proper gender performance. The performance includes them strutting in heels or crossing their legs when they sit.
All of this leads to a well thought out and believable female gender expression. However, even with all of this throughout the film, you still catch them reverting to and wishing that they could go back to being men. In relation to gender performance, dictating the gender you are, this disproves that by showing them trying to be females, but still showing that they're men under all that acting. The second film we looked at is White Chicks, which is remarkably similar to Some Like It Hot, while still having its own take on gender performance. The FBI agents, Kevin and Marcus, are tasked with watching over two rich white girls. After getting in a minor car crash, the girls refuse to go out, and to avoid being fired, Kevin and Marcus pretend to be them.
They go through full makeup and dress to completely change them from African American males to white females, hence the title White Chicks. Even after being dressed up and forced to act as females, they still know that they are males. Performing as women had little to no effect on these men, meaning they still completely understood that they're males, even though they were doing everything to act like females.
You gotta start acting like one, or you're gonna be an unemployed girl.
Oh, damn. Sure like to cut that cake.
Hey, yo, hold it! Hey, yo, you trying to look at my lumps? I'll pull off my G-string and handle mine. Let's go. I'll handle mine, dog. Let's go, man.
This is a scene when Marcus, who is dressed as Tiffany, is bought at a charity auction by a basketball player that has fallen for her. You can tell by the facial expression that even when trying to perform as a female, Marcus's male self is freaking out on the inside so much so he tries to make himself as unattractive to the man as possible.
I don't want to go on a date with Buck Daddy.
During their dinner date between the two, she knowingly messed up her performance as a lady by completely ignoring cultural norms by stuffing her face and farting at the table to try and repulse the basketball player.
Damn, little lady. You sure can't put it away.
The film Some Like It Hot, the two main characters, Joe and Jerry, come off as very masculine men in the beginning of the film. They hit on almost every girl they come across, and even as musicians in a band, they still act as if they are above women they interact with. After witnessing gangsters mow down people with machine guns, they are targeted but escape to join an all-female dress as women. It can be seen throughout the film that they struggle with female gender performance since it is not what they are used to. When comparing these two movies, many parallels can be identified. The main parallel being that two men are forced into playing female roles for the majority of the films. The most similar thing from these movies that we found was a man pursuing one of the girls in each movie. In Some Like It Hot, the character Osgood is almost stubborn in his attempt to swoon Daphne, as in Latrell Spencer, the basketball player from White Chicks, who had an almost identical pursuit in one of the ladies.
The only difference is that when the males reveal themselves, Osgood is still interested, while Latrell is furious that he was lied to. The settings are also shockingly similar. From the beach scenes to the lavish hotels that these movies are shot in, it almost appears that White Chicks could be a remake of Some Like It Hot.
Saxophone player. I forgive you. I can never have children. We can adopt some. But you don't understand, Osgood. I'm a man. Well, nobody's perfect.
Not only do these movies show how gender roles do not determine your gender, they also show that just by switching the color of your skin, you are still aware of your true race. White Chicks demonstrates this concept in multiple scenes.
In this scene, Marcus and Kevin are in the car with the other girls. They are listening to the radio, and a song, 1,000 Miles, comes on, and the girls immediately begin to sing along. Marcus and Kevin don't know the song and feel out of place. The station is changed and a rap song is on. The roles reverse as the guys sing along. The guy says nigga because they see it as acceptable. They don't think twice about saying the word because in their minds they are black even though they appear as white women.
In this scene, it starts off as all the other white girls dancing in a choreographed fashion while Marcus and Kevin just stand to the side and watch. Once the other girls give up, the guys step in and dance in a stereotypical black man hip-hop way. In this scene, it starts off as all the other white girls dancing in a choreographed fashion while Marcus and Kevin just stand to the side and watch. Once the other girls give up, the guys step in and dance in a stereotypical black man hip-hop way. When Marcus, who is undercover as Tiffany, is braiding one of the girls' hair, the girl responds, "If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were black." This is a blatant stereotype that black people are good at braiding hair.
All done.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! This is so cool. You know something? I think you might have been black in a previous life.
For shizzle my nizzle.
Okay.
In recent years, gender has become a hot topic for research as to what defines gender. One of the outcomes of this research has been gender roles and how it affects what gender you think you are, which we disagree with in regard to these films. Even with many researchers agreeing with the theory of gender roles, we think if you reflect on it in comparison to what actually defines gender, then it plays a lesser role. In conclusion, Some Like It Hot and White Chicks both shed light on the gender roles and racism discussions while at the same time going against it by showing that just because you act a certain way doesn't mean it changes who you really are.